this enormous Chinese fighter will leave you speechless. At 40 years old, that doesn't stop him from knocking out anyone daring enough to step into the ring with him. His record is impressive with 26 victories, 21 of them by knockout. As he edges closer to high-profile matchups, it's time to give him the recognition he deserves on our channel. Welcome. In today's video, we bring you an insane level of violence in the ring, executed by an oriental warrior who entered the discipline not too late but just in time for the powerful force of his fists to start making history in boxing. Get comfortable because this new adventure is about to begin. Standing at 6 feet 6 inches, Zhilei Zhang, a warrior from Zhoukou, China, is wreaking havoc in the discipline. His height and solid physique are the perfect combination to hinder the ascent of any warrior who dares to face him. But to prove it, let's take a look at some of his most significant fights so far. There's no better way to start this journey than at the beginning in Zhilei Zhang's debut. Despite being born in China, he began making waves in the land of promised dreams. On August 8, 2014, Zhang faced his first significant professional challenge, stepping into the ring at the Churchill County Fairgrounds in Fallon, Nevada, against American Curtis Lee Tate. Tate's professional record fluctuated between good and bad moments, with 7 victories, 5 by knockout, and 4 previous defeats. Zhang delivered the final blow that would begin the end of Tate's career in the discipline. Shortly after the fight began, Tate fell after a devastating left from Zhang, who struck his opponent's left shoulder.
Taking a fighter, Tate. Who's taking a fight?
Are you kidding already? Down goes Tate. They waved it off.
Yeah,
Jay Nady, the referee, didn't even bother to start the safety count before declaring the fight over. Zhilei Zhang secured his first knockout victory just 17 seconds into his debut. The first man to finish a fight standing against Zhilei Zhang was Eric George on March 14, 2015, followed by Glenn Thomas on June 6 of the same year. After defeating Dennis Benson by technical knockout during the 6th round on August 15 and having Juan Good survive the full 4 scheduled rounds on November 21, Zhang had to prove that his promise of being a machine for quick knockouts was not short-lived. They say we never feel as comfortable as when we are at home, which is why, for his next challenge, he moved to Landshut, China, to face David Kaswara, a warrior from Purwokerto, Indonesia. Kaswara's legacy with the debut in '99 seemed to be based more on his defeats than his victories, so facing Zhang in the ring was a bold move on his part. Still, he did it. From the bell's sound, Kaswara showed fear against the imposing opponent Zhang represented in the ring. Retreating until he hit the ropes, he had no escape, and Zhang began to test how firm his guard was. Kaswara tried to execute his weak offensive against Zhang, but his fists were made of air when compared to the strength of his opponent's resistance. By the time Zhang started his attack, it was only a matter of seconds until a hard left punch reached Kaswara's head, making him collapse backward onto the canvas.
又是一拳，对手直接趴在地上紧拳王金腰带，所以只能不断打比赛。而中等级的人才又比较少啊。
Just 37 seconds into the first round, Zhilei Zhang was declared the winner by technical knockout. Zhang's winning streak continued, mostly winning fights by knockout or technical knockout. As expected, controversy would catch up with him, putting his ability to defeat high-profile opponents into question, a level he was already approaching. On February 27, 2021, Zhang faced Jerry Forrest on the undercard of the super middleweight title fight between Canelo Alvarez and Avni Yildirim. Zhang started the match strong as expected, and his aggressive offense led to 3 successful knockdowns in the first 3 rounds of the fight.
Forrest came back. Oh, and that straight left hand as Forrest was throwing.
Get a ton of respect from people.
Oh, and a big right hook, and that sends Forrest down.
It seemed that Forrest would go down in history as just another one who served to reaffirm belief in Zhang's unstoppable power. However, Forrest managed to recover from the powerful blows he suffered early in the fight and fought for a majority draw.
In the last round, but it's going to take a lot of energy from your legs, and you got to keep punching just like that.
And he caught
Forrest's moment right now.
Caught him again.
At the end of the match, the judges' scorecards read 95-93, 93-93, and 93-93. Zhang's eagerness to win played a bad trick on him in the 9th round when he was deducted points for excessive holding, explaining the irregular scores as he held Forrest more than necessary in an attempt to intimidate him. Not necessarily a defeat, Zhang couldn't boast of having beaten Jerry Forrest, but this would only be the prelude to the turbulence he was about to experience on his personal journey. Shortly after the fight, it was revealed that Zhang was hospitalized and diagnosed with anemia, high enzyme levels, and low-level kidney failure, conditions that may have caused severe dehydration. It was time to battle against himself and prove that he could continue to be a lethal machine in the boxing ring despite his health complications. Moving forward in his story, destiny would play a bit with Zhang's desires before giving him a lesson in humility, making him taste the bitter flavor of defeat. His bout against Filip Hrgovic was scheduled for May 7, 2022, in a fight for the International Boxing Federation title. Still, it couldn't take place because the Croatian withdrew after his father's death, claiming he hadn't had the necessary concentration during his training period. Destiny seemed to smile at Zhang after Scott Alexander was appointed as a replacement fighter, although their bout moved from the co-main event to the undercard. Zhang would demonstrate his power by winning by knockout in the first round, as he had done so many times before. Finally, his fight against Hrgovic was rescheduled for August 20, 2022 in Jeddah, a port city in the Mecca province, Saudi Arabia, on the undercard of Alexander Usyk vs. Anthony Joshua II. Everything seemed to be going well that night after Zhang knocked down Hrgovic in the first round with a powerful right punch, but his power was not enough to keep him on the canvas. After a hard-fought 12-round contest, the judges awarded the fight to Hrgovic, allowing the sports press to call it a generous victory after Filip did not give the best display of boxing that night.
Oh, these uppercuts aren't bad either, and as he does again with the right hook.
I think it's just been his own output.
Good right hand.
Zhang recovered from his first defeat like a titan and, as soon as possible, embarked on a new challenge, defeating a seasoned champion. At that time, Joe Joyce was the interim champion of the World Boxing Organization heavyweight title and remained undefeated. As a challenger, Zhang entered the Copper Box Arena on April 15, 2023, to threaten Joyce's clean record.
His jab going, then everything, his offense works. Ooh, that shot right there buckled Joyce. I mean, it's easy work. This is easy picking. When I saw the odds, Bernardo, I said, oh my.
Despite a fight that, during its early rounds, seemed to extend to the end, Zhang demonstrated his immense power once again by winning by technical knockout in the 6th round, securing the title.
You said Zhang wasn't throwing well. Zhang, this cannot be good left jab. 2 straight lefts from Zhang.
Seated activity.
Ready to reclaim what was once his, Joyce challenged Zhang to a rematch that took place on September 23rd of the same year, where the tables turned against Joyce. He would be stopped in the 3rd round, and Zhang successfully defended his title by winning by knockout.
We know that Zhang also has put a little... Oh! What a shot!
On January 15, 2024, it was announced that Zhang would seek to achieve another milestone in his professional career by facing Joseph Parker, the former World Boxing Organization champion, in a fight scheduled for March 8th. This event will serve as the co-main event of Knockout Chaos at the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh. Will you be watching? Let us know in the comments what you expect from this fight. If you've made it this far, we appreciate it. If you enjoyed this introduction to Zhilei Zhang's brief history in the discipline, remember that you can let us know by liking the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel by activating the notification bell so that YouTube notifies you when there's a new video for you. Until next time.